Fast am I. Good evening and welcome to the Max Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the 1960s and the 1970s tonight. And I start where I left off last week with a classic led by Sandy Denny. It's Fairport Convention with Who Knows Where the Time Goes.
The evening sky, all the birds are leaving, but how can they know it's time for them to go? Deserted shore, your fickle friends are leaving. But then you know it's time for them to go. Till it's time to go. So calm the storms of winter, and then the birds in spring again. I have no fear of time.
tugging at your sleeve. I'm asking you if I can fix a rendezvous, for your dreams are all I believe. Meet me on the corner when the lights are coming on, and I'll be there. I promise I'll be there. Down the empty streets we'll disappear into the dawn if you have dreams enough to share. Lay down your bundles of rags and reminders and spread your wares on the ground. Well, I've got time if you're dealing round. I'm just hanging round. Meet me on the corner when the lights are coming on, and I'll be there. I promise I'll be there. Down the empty streets we'll disappear into the dawn if you have dreams enough to share. Hey, Mr. Dreamseller, where have you been? Tell me, have you dreams I can see? I came along just to bring you this song. Can you spare one dream for me?
Well, there's a couple of classics from that late 60s, early 70s folk rock scene. First of all, we had Fairport Convention with Who Knows Where the Time Goes from Unhalf Bricking in 1969. And then, of course, Lindisfarne with Meet Me on the Corner. That was from Fog on the Tyne from 1971. And tonight's show is just music from the 1960s and the 1970s. And I'm going to interleave quite a few bits of music from the Isle of Man in between some classics such as those. But first this, I was stunned when I heard this. This is Joni Mitchell with a version of her classic You Turn Me On, I'm a Radio from For the Roses, except this one is from the Archives Volume 3, The Asylum Years, that has just been released. And it features Neil Young and the Stray Gators. You can recognise it straight away. It's wonderful. Joni Mitchell with Neil Young and his band. What could be better? And what I didn't realise at the time when I lined this up for the show is that tonight is Joni Mitchell's 80th birthday. So happy birthday, Joni.
Let's do another one.
1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If you're driving into town with a dark cloud above you, dialing the number who's bound to love you, honey, you turn me on. honey, the love's still flowing. If your head says forget it, but your heart's still smoking, call me at the station. The lines are open.
Now for the Isle of Man. One of the classic acts around the folk clubs on the Isle of Man in the 1970s was Mike, Laurie and Al, and I found this recording of them at the Colby Glen playing Derby Haven Bay Blues, which is a Manx version of San Francisco Bay Blues rewritten by Stuart Slack.
1, 2, 3. I've got the blues since my baby left me by the Derby Haven Bay. I'm the old Max maid who went so far away. Didn't mean to treat her so bad, but she's the best girl I ever had. And I say goodbye, cause she's gonna make me cry. I'm gonna lay down and die. Ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime. She don't come back, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. If she ever comes back to stay, it's gonna be another brand new day. I'll be walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven Bay. Take it away there, hot lips. Ooh, yeah. Rock on, man. Yeah, rock on. Rock on. Rock on. A little while sitting on my back door, wondering which way to go. Woman, I'm so crazy about, don't love me no more. Think I'll take me a horse tramp, cause I feel invalid, and I rock right along to the Derby Castle. I'll be thinking only of you. Live a while in another city like Peel, just about going insane. Think I heard my baby when she called my name, and I'm on back today. It's gonna be another brand new day. I'll be walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven Bay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll be walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven Bay. I'll be walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven Bay. One more time. Walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven Bay. Oh, sing it again, man. Walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven Bay. Oh, ding dong. Walking with my baby down by the Derby Haven. Scooby-Doo-wah, yeah. Oh. Sorry about that, Mom. It's got carried away. I'll be walking with my baby. Wow. Cool, man. Down by the Derby Haven. Yeah, that's far out. Too much. Hey! Oh, yeah!
a man twice as well, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. She went down to the doctor to see if she could find anything in the whole world to make her old man blind, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. Oh, take your 16 marrow-bones and make him eat them all, and when he's finished he'll be so blind that he won't see you at all, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. So the doctor, he wrote a letter and he sealed it with his hand, and he sent it up to the old man to make him understand, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. But the old man, being a crafty bugger, he knew it all before. He yanked him up and he says, "Me dear, oh, I can't see you at all," and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. Says he, I'll go to the river and then myself I'll drown. Says she, I'll walk along with you to see that you don't fall down, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. And they walked along together till they come to the river's brim. So gently there she's kissed him and she crept away behind, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. She ran behind him to try to push him in, but the old man had and he jumped aside and she went tumbling in, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. Honor and loud for mercy called, but the old man says, I am so blind that I can't see you at all, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. She swam and she swam and she swam around till she come to the further brim, but the old man got the barge full and he pushed her further in, and sing fa-la-da-la-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang. Oh, it may take 16 marrow bones to make your old man blind, but if you want to murder him, you must creep up close behind, and sing fa-la-da-da-da-da-la-da-lang, fa-la-da-la-da-lang.
Following on from Mike, Laurie and Al, that's Mike Williams, Laurie Kermode and Al Lawrence, we had an early version of Steel Eye Span featuring Martin Carthy on lead vocals long before they ever saw the top of the pop studio, and that was Marrowbones. It's from 10 Man Mop, or Mr. Reservoir Butler Rides Again from 1971. Returning to the Manx music, this is the Fatherby Jig. From Manx Folk Dance Music, we have lead violin from Sheila Corkle, violin by Alan Pickard, harp and auto harp by Charles Gard, tin whistle by Bernard Kane, and cello by Charles Away, and it was recorded by Terry Clough in 1974. You can find that recording if you search for Culture Vanning on Bandcamp. Now, last week in my Hop June special, I played a track by the Incredible String Band, which went down very well with some of my correspondents. Don't forget you can get in touch with the show too by emailing folkshow@manxradio.com. Here's another one for you. This is the Hedgehog song from The 5,000 Spirits or The Layers of the Onion, which was released in 1967.
I'm not the kind to complain that I never had a girl to love. Many fine girl I tried hard to know, but I think I never tried enough. Sitting one day by myself and I'm thinking what could be wrong, when this funny little hedgehog comes running up to me and he starts up to sing me this song. Oh, you know all the words and you sung all the notes, but you never quite learned the song she sung. I can tell by the sadness in your eyes that you never quite learned the song. Every day when the sun go down and the evening is so very still, many fine girl I've held in my arms, and I hope there's many more that I will. But just when everything is going fine and absolutely nothing is wrong, this funny little hedgehog's always around, and every time he wants to sing me this song. Oh, you know all the words and you sung all the notes, but you never quite learned the song she sung. I can tell by the sadness in your eyes that you never quite learned the song. One day when the moon was full, I thought I might settle down. Found myself a pretty little girl and I stopped all my running around. But just when the preacher come along and he's just gonna pop on the ring, this funny little hedgehog comes running down the aisle. I don't have to tell you what he did sing. Oh, you know all the words and you sung all the notes, but you never quite learned the song she sung. I can tell by the sadness in your eyes that you never quite learned the song. I'm not the kind to complain that I never had a girl to love. Many fine girl I've tried hard to know, but I think I've never tried enough. But now I'll be looking all my days, and it isn't just me I gotta please. There's this funny little hedgehog who's always around, and the only words he ever sings to me are these. Oh, you know all the words and you sung all the notes, but you never quite learned the song she sung. I can tell by the sadness in your eyes that you never quite learned the song. I'm not the kind to complain.
Now here's another blast from the past. Pachine sing 14 folk greats. This is a selection of folk songs performed by the Manx group Pachine, recorded by Terry Clough at his studio in Douglas in the 1970s. In the band were Paul Reynolds, Martin Burns, Ken Crellin and Neil Sadler. And here they perform the shanty Heave Away Santiano, although on YouTube it calls it Evil Ways Santy. That's artificial intelligence for you.
We're sailing down the river from Liverpool. Heave away, Santiano, around Cape Horn to Frisco Bay, all on the plains of Mexico. So we'll heave her up and away we'll go. Heave away, Santiano, heave her up and away we'll go, all on the plains of Mexico. Now Santiano was a good old man. Heave away, Santiano, till he got into war with Uncle Sam, all on the plains of Mexico. So we'll heave her up and away we'll go. Heave away, Santiano, heave her up and away we'll go, all on the plains of Mexico. Now when General Taylor he gained the day, heave away, Santiano, old Santiano, he ran away, all on the plains of Mexico. So we'll heave her up and away we'll go. Heave away, Santiano, heave her up and away we'll go, all on the plains of Mexico. When I leave the ship I'm gonna settle down. Heave away, Santiano, and marry a young gal named Nancy Brown, all on the plains of Mexico. So we'll heave her up and away we'll go. Heave away, Santiano, heave her up and away we'll go, all on the plains of Mexico.
Paul tells me that Neil Sadler takes the lead vocal on this one, and he's still around, living in Sussex. Ken Crellin died almost 3 years ago. Martin Burns lives with his wife in Alberta, Canada. And Paul, of course, we know from Show Slant and running the folk nights at the Peel Centenary Centre. So just in case you missed the beginning of the show, where were you? Tonight's show is all music from the 1960s and the 1970s. One band that I've played a lot from that period is Pentangle, so I'm not going to play anything by them tonight. I've also played a lot of Bert Jansch, who of course was in Pentangle, so instead I thought I'd play some John Renbourn. And I remember buying this album on vinyl. This is John Renbourn's album The Hermit, which is an instrumental solo guitar album, and the second side has lots of O'Carolan tunes on it. And I also remember getting the sheet music for this. I don't think I'd long stopped taking classical guitar lessons, so I was quite into this style of playing at the time. I should try again, really. This is The Lamentation of Owen Roe O'Neill, Lord Inchiquin, and Mrs. Power, or O'Carolan's Concerto as it is known.
An outlandish knight came from the Northlands, and he's courted a lady fair, and he said he would take her to those northern lands, and there he would marry her. Go fetch me some of your father's gold, and some of your mother's fee, and 2 of the fine horses from out of the stable, where there stand 30 and 3. So she mounts all on her milk-white steed, and he on the dapple grey, and they rode till they came unto the seaside, 3 hours before it was day. Alight off your milk-white steed, and deliver it unto me, for 6 pretty maidens have I drowned here, and the 7th will surely be thee. And take off your silken clothes, and deliver them unto me, for I do fear that they are too fine to rot all in the salt sea. If I must take off my silken clothes, then turn your back to me, for it is not fitting that such a rogue a naked woman should see. And cut away the brambles so sharp, those brambles from off the brim, for I do fear they will tangle my hair and scratch my tender skin. So he's turned his back all on that maid, and he's bent low over the brim, and she's taken him around his slender waist, and she's tumbled him into the stream. He's dropped it high, he's dropped it low, until he came to this side. Catch hold of me hand, me fair pretty maid, and then I will make you my bride. Lie there, you false-hearted man, lie there instead of me, for 6 pretty maidens have you drowned here, and the 7th hath drowned thee. And she's mounted on her milk-white steed, she's led the dapple grey, she's rode till she's come to her father's house, 3 hours before it was day. And the parrot hung in the window so high, and he's heard what the lady did say. What ails thee, me pretty lady, you've tarried so long away. And the king he was in his bedroom so high, and he's heard what the parrot did say. What ails thee, me pretty Polly, you're a prattling so long before day. It's no laughing matter, the parrot did say, so loudly I call to thee, for the cat she has got in the window so high, and I fear she's the death of me. Well turned, me pretty Polly, well turned for me. Your cage will be made of the glittering gold, and the door of the best ivory.
Well, following John Renbourn there, we had one of the other great guitar players of the folk world, Nick Jones, and I'll play that one for John Caneen because he gave me a CD copy of the vinyl of Nick Jones's 1970 album, Ballads and Songs, from which The Outlandish Night came. Up next in this 1960s and 70s folk show, Chloe Woolley of Culture Vannin sent me a link to this next track, which is Stuart Watterson and his song Living on My Island from 1972. Stuart recorded a number of his own compositions and has kindly given us permission to play this tonight.
I'm living on my island, I'm surrounded by the sea, of rolling hills and mountain tops, no city life for me, a perfect place where every morning's not just another day. The journeys pass along the road of nature's scenic way, and I'm happy just to live here in this sweet serenity. Living on my island, I'm surrounded by the sea. For fading forth in summertime on quiet glistening bays. My island seems to show the world its warm and sunny ways, with all the seasons as they follow one another, each in turn present their own example for this bustling world to learn. And I'm happy just to live here in this sweet serenity, living on my island and surrounded by the sea. All colors of the rainbow are waiting to be seen, from golden sands to moorland where the purple turns to green. And as I wander through the many hues that fill my eager eyes, I wish that one day very soon all this could be my prize. And I'm happy just to live here in this sweet serenity, living on my island and surrounded by the sea. I'm a Manxman by my parentage and a Manxman by my name. I think proudly of my heritage and my island's ancient fame. For far as I may travel and as long as I am free, this Isle of Man and magic will forever beckon me. And I'm happy just to live here in this sweet serenity, living on my island and surrounded by the sea. And I'll be happy just to live here in this sweet serenity, living on my island and surrounded by the sea.
With our nets and gear we're faring on the wild and wasteful ocean. It's there on the deep that we harvest and reap our bread, as we hunt the bonny shoals of herring. Oh, it was a fine and a pleasant day out of Yarmouth Harbour I was faring, as a cabin boy on a sailing locker, for to go and hunt the shoals of herring. Oh, the work was hard and the hours were long, and the treatment sure it took some bearing. There was little kindness and the kicks were many, as we hunted for the shoals of herring. Oh, we fished the sword and the broken bank. I was cook and I'd a quarter sharing, and I used to sleep standing on my feet, and I'd dream about the shoals of herring. Well, we left the home grounds in the month of June, and to Canny Shields we soon was bearing, with 100 crown of the silver darlings that we'd taken from the shoals of herring. Now you're up on deck, you're a fisherman, you can swear and show a manly bearing. Take your turn on watch with the other fellas, while you're following the shoals of herring. In the stormy seas and the living gales, just to earn your daily bread you're daring, from the Dover Straits to the Faroe Islands, while you're following the shoals of herring. Well, I earned me keep and I paid me way, and I earned the gear that I was wearing. Sailed 1,000,000 miles, caught 10,000,000 fishes. We was following the shoals of herring.
That was The Shoals of Herring by Ewan MacColl, one of the towering figures of the folk revival of the 1950s and the 1960s. That was written by Ewan MacColl for the third of 8 BBC radio ballads. Last of our Manx tracks tonight, here's The Man in Folk with a Foxdale Miner, which was written by Stuart Slack. I would have liked to have got hold of some more instrumental Manx music from the 1970s or even the 1960s. If anyone has any out there, do let me know.
I'm a miner working at Foxdale, where the mines are so damp and so cold. From breakfast to bed we go digging for lead, but I'd rather be digging for gold. Sometimes I work at Glenrushen, sometimes I work at Grosvein, sometimes I find that down in the mine is doing something to my brain. Sometimes I work at Cornelly, but back with the shaft that I dread, as the dust I despise fills my nose and my eyes. I think I would rather be dead. I'm a miner working at Foxdale, where the mines are so damp and so cold. From breakfast to bed we go digging for lead, but I'd rather be digging for gold. And when we got paid on a Saturday, it was down into Peel that we went. It was there without fail we'd drink porter and ale, until all our money was spent. Sometimes we'd meet the Peel goverts, maybe we'd join in the fight, then we'd shuffle our way back to Foxdale and wait for next Saturday night. I'm a miner working at Foxdale, where the mines are so damp and so cold. From breakfast to bed we go digging for lead, but I'd rather be digging for gold. If I was just 40 years younger, I wouldn't be hanging around. There'd be no more pay at 4p a day, but I'd be California bound. There would I soon make my fortune and return to my island again, and I'd open an alehouse in Foxdale and welcome the miners, my friends. I'm a miner working at Foxdale, where the mines are so damp and so cold. From breakfast to bed we go digging for lead, but I'd rather be digging for gold. From breakfast to bed we go digging for lead, but I'd rather be digging for gold.
Lovely to hear the voice of Norman Clegg there. I worked with Norman at Ramsey Grammar School many years ago, and he was very supportive of a young teacher, as I was at the time. Music happening around the island this week. There is, of course, the session at O'Donnell's on Wednesday night and the session at the Mitre on Friday night. Tomorrow lunchtime, between 12 and 1:30, the House of Manannan Foyer concerts have Paul Reynolds of Puccine fame playing, and then at the Peel Centenary Centre on Friday evening, our Relative Impact with Alan and Chalky in support. Also, of course, don't forget Ramsey Folk Club in the Buffs Club on Thursday evening. The last track tonight is Planksty from 1973 and their album The Well Below the Valley. This is As I Roved Out, a wonderful performance by Andy Irvine. See you next week.
As I roved out on a bright May morning to view the meadows and flowers gay, whom should I spy but my own true lover? As she sat under yon willow tree, I took off my hat and I did salute her. I did salute her most courageously. When she turned around, well, the tears fell from her, saying, "False young man, you have deluded me." A diamond ring I own I gave you, a diamond ring to wear on your right hand, but the vows you made, love, you went and broke them, and married the lassie that had the land. If I'd married the lassie that had the land, my love, it's that I'll rue till the day I die. When misfortune falls, sure no man can shun it. I was a blindfolded, I'll ne'er deny. Now at night, so when I go to my bed of slumber, the thoughts of my true love run in my mind. When I turn around to embrace my darling, instead of gold, sure 'tis brass I find. And I wish the Queen would call home her army from the West Indies, America and Spain, and every man to his wedded woman, in hopes that you and I will meet again.